Hey guys, I'm here to do another review for you. Lucille Ball, the world's queen of comedy, will be best remembered for her television work than more for her movies. Even though she's done work for the Three Stooges, the Marx Brothers, she was in a musical, Yours, Mine, and Ours. She's done some pretty good stuff. Her TV shows are what make her famous. What with I Love Lucy, The Lucy Show, and then Here's Lucy. I don't have all the box sets with me. Just got some to example. Lucille Ball had 4 sitcoms in her lifetime. The fourth one was her least successful one. Life with Lucy. Um, Came out in 1986, and only 13 episodes were aired. Even though I believe I think there was 20 episodes filmed, but only like 13 aired. Life with Lucy was the third sitcom to feature herself and Gail Gordon. Life with Lucy is basically about her and Gail Gordon are a married couple, and their grandparents and their kids and their kid, her and Lucille Ball's daughter and her kids are staying with them. They all live in the same house, and it's basically Lucy gets into quirky situations just like her 3 previous shows. But this show did not get picked up with audiences in the 80s, so it was dropped. And I have not watched all of the episodes because they're really hard to find. There is some on YouTube if you want to look for them. Like there's some of them where you can watch the entire episode, and then there's some where you can watch it in parts. It has the same writers as I Love Lucy through all of her shows, Madeline Pooh and Bob Carroll Jr. Um, the problems with this show was mainly one of the main things for me is the theme song for the show. It sounds so un-80s. It's really um, it kind of sounds like something from the 70s. It's too weird. It's sung by this girl. The other thing is the chemistry with Lucille Ball and the younger actors doesn't go well. Here's Lucy. She was with her own children, so obviously that worked. But here, the chemistry with her and the younger actors in the show just don't work out, except for maybe one episode. And also, the stuff that Lucy does in the show are not really what people would consider funny in the 80s. You know, Lucille Ball towards the end of her career, particularly in Here's Lucy, to me it seemed like she and in all of her sitcoms she kept reusing a lot of gags from I Love Lucy even, and she would carry them on into the Lucy Show and Here's Lucy. And it's basically these quirky situations, like these Dumb and Dumber situations, where she's like some dumb girl. I mean, it worked in I Love Lucy considering she was a young wife. Lucy Show, she was a divorced or single uh, bank secretary, and with Here's Lucy as well. And then in this Life with Lucy, she's like a married grandparent who, again, at 75, still does the same stuff she's been doing since I Love Lucy. Again, like I said, Lucille Ball was 75 when she was filming these episodes. 75. That is pretty freaking old to be making a sitcom. Um, it has been reported that it's because of this that Lucille Ball died faster because she felt like the people didn't want her anymore. I don't think it was that. I think it's just this show is terrible. I mean, it's true. I mean, they're interesting to watch because, Lucille Ball didn't really do anything in the 80s, except for maybe some TV interviews or guest appearances, but other than that, she didn't do anything in the 80s, really. And so, these are just kind of fun to look back at to see what Life of Lucy would have been like. I mean, she does look really different in this show. I mean, in each sitcom, she keeps getting older and older. 75, man. But, Life with Lucy, I think the show was just, it wasn't modern enough for the 80s. I mean, the 80s, we were getting Murder, She Wrote and Matlock, and, um, I think Full House might have started in the late 80s, I'm not sure. But, I think, um, if the show would have been more modern, maybe it would have been a little bit more successful. I mean, Lucille Ball's style of comedy isn't modern. It's like the Three Stooges or the Marx Brothers. You can't picture them in 2011, dealing with the things we have now. You can only picture them in the 30s or the 20s. But Lucille Ball, Life with Lucy, they've never been released on DVD. There's been no public domain release, no box set, no cheap DVD. There's been nothing released with Life with Lucy, and I don't think there ever will be. If they do, it would only be because of Lucille Ball collectors. Um, but um, check out the shows if you want to see what Lucille Ball's comedy was in the 80s. I mean, they're not really funny, but again, interesting to look at. And she died 3 years after this was filmed. Her last TV performance was at the Academy Awards ceremony in '89, I believe, with Bob Hope. So, Lucille Ball and Gail Gordon were really good in the show, but the co-stars weren't. Um, but Lucille Ball's other work, her other three sitcoms, still really great. Um, Out of the three, Here's Lucy it's not bad, but it's not her best show. I mean, it's got its moments where it's pretty funny, but Life with Lucy, interesting to look at, but not enjoyable. Like something to watch, like on a Saturday day. But just stick with I Love Lucy and the Lucy Show, and Here's Lucy. Don't watch Life with Lucy.